welcome back to another week of Cooking with Square Foods. This week's recipe is chocolate brownies, and who doesn't like a chocolate brownie? So I'm just going to talk you through the ingredients. So first of all, in this bowl here, I've got 200 grams of dark chocolate. So either chips or break up your bar quite small. And then also 150 grams of cubed unsalted butter. Then in this one here, I've got 225 grams of caster sugar. We've got 3 large eggs, a pinch of salt, and then finally 85 grams of some plain flour. And then the last thing that you're going to need to do before we get started is to make sure your tin is ready. So grease your tin and then line it with some parchment paper so that it's all ready to go. And I'll just show you how we're going to make it. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to melt your butter and your chocolate. So what you want to do is put it into a heat-proof bowl above a very small amount of water in a saucepan in what's called a bain-marie. And then we're just going to warm the pan of water, and that's gently going to melt the butter and the chocolate together. So you do have to be quite careful with chocolate. It does have a tendency to be a bit tricky. So you're going to get that on the heat and nice and melted. So you want to keep an eye on your chocolate and your butter while it's melting. And then whilst that's happening, you're going to crack some eggs, your 3 eggs. So always remember, give it a good tap, thumbs in and pull apart. And we're just going to roughly beat the eggs until they're nice and smooth. The beauty of this recipe is it's really, really simple. And you can be quite creative with what you put on top as well. So whisk up your eggs. So you can see here I've got this just the chocolate and the butter in this bowl, and I'll just lift this off so you can see a bit closer. So it's just starting to heat up the water, and I've just got just a little, about 1 inch worth of water there, and that's just going to heat the chocolate carefully from below until that's a completely smooth sort of chocolate river and ready for everything else to go into it. So you can see the steam's just starting to come out of the water there. So just be really careful when you're doing this, and it might just be worth getting a grown-up to help you with this bit because steam can really, really burn. So once it's steaming like that, just drop the temperature down even a bit lower, just to a gentle simmer, and then slowly stir your butter and your chocolate until it's completely melted. But you can see how quickly that's happening now. Doesn't that look delicious? So I've just turned the heat off, and as you can see, it's looking absolutely beautiful. Melted chocolate and butter. So what you want to do is take that bowl off the heat, and if you can get a grown-up to help you do that, that would be brilliant. Use a tea towel and just take off the bowl and let it cool down slightly. And then I'm just going to talk you through the rest of the method. So we've got our melted chocolate here, and we've just allowed it to cool for about 5 minutes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pour in all of our sugar into our bowl. And don't worry, it's going to look a little bit grainy, but that's absolutely fine. Give that a good mix together until it's almost dissolved. Haven't already at this stage, do make sure that your oven is preheating. It should be on at 180 degrees. So finally, we're going to add in our beaten eggs, and you're just going to mix that together until it's nice and smooth. You can use a whisk to do this just to help you, or just stick with a wooden spoon. It might just take a little bit longer, but just keep it on the move until it's nice and smooth and all of the egg is mixed in. And then once that's done, you're going to add in your flour and a pinch of salt, and that is it done. So it's so easy, which is why I love making it. So lovely and combined and smooth. So in goes our flour, and just make sure you get all of that out. And just a pinch of salt, so a 3-finger pinch of salt, and that goes in. And that just helps to draw out the sort of lovely flavours from the chocolate. So stir that all together. You'll see it starts to look more like a sort of cake mixture, like that. And you want to keep mixing until everything is together. Just scrape round the edge of the bowl just to pick up all of those bits. And also just get right to the bottom of the bowl, because sometimes flour can lurk at the bottom and it's only when you're pouring it into the tin do you realise you've missed it. So keep mixing until it's nice and smooth, and then we're just going to pour that into our pre-prepared cake tin. So this is all lovely and smooth, all of that flour is in there, you can't see any little bits left, which is perfect. So now that everything's in this bowl, we're just going to pour it into our pre-prepared tin, and you want to get some sort of spatula which is going to help you make sure you don't miss any of those lovely chocolatey bits. So pour that straight into the tin, and doesn't that look delicious? And then you can add lots of different things at this stage on top. So sometimes I add white chocolate, sometimes I add nuts, raspberries work really, really well. Or you can do a mixture of all sorts of different things. So this is where you can get creative. So I'd love to see what you end up putting on top of your brownie mixture. So I've got all of that out. You just want to smooth it around the tin a little bit. So if you're going to add some toppings, just dot it on the top wherever you like, scatter it through. Like I said, some nuts, raspberries, white chocolate or dark chocolate chips, whatever you like, you can sort of just pop on the top as decoration and for a bit of extra deliciousness. And then you're going to pop it in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. What you don't want to do with brownies is overcook it. You want it to be slightly fudgy in the middle. So we'll check it a bit later, but it's going to come out with a little bit of crumb on it, but we don't want it to be raw. So I'll explain that when it comes out later. So I've just taken this out the oven. It's had 20 minutes, and all I'm going to do is to check whether it's done is just to place a knife inside and pull it out. And that's kind of quite clean actually, but just on the edge of the knife there are a few little crummy bits, which means that's perfect. So I don't want to cook it any more than that. If you sort of give it a gentle prod, that's all lovely, it's not too gooey. And what I like to do after that is just let it completely cool down in the tin, and then often I fridge it overnight as well before cutting it up, and then it goes really lovely and fudgy and delicious. So thank you for watching for another week. Our lovely chocolate brownies, which you can put all sorts of different things on the top. Once it's cold, chop it up into nice little squares, and it should keep for about a week if you can last that long. And it keeps really nicely in the fridge as well if you prefer it slightly harder in texture. So I do hope you enjoy it. Do send us in pictures of what you've made, and enjoy.